jack of all trades, master of none. And if you said you know me, I'd be gone. I would play Prince Charming, I would sing you songs. But if you said you loved me, darling, so long. But now something has changed, like something inside has suddenly been rearranged. The only one who could ever play that part is the one who stole my heart. Was a hobo and a drifter, a lonely rolling stone. Always how I saw it, the best of on my own. With every next train coming, I'd go from town to town, till someone blocked my road and stood her ground. Yeah, now something has changed, like something inside has suddenly been rearranged. The only one who could ever play that part is the one who stole my heart. Is the one who stole my heart.
Beautiful woman, I felt it deep inside. Beautiful woman, people are talking me down. Beautiful woman, you try to tell me what's right. The road gets longer, you turn all grey into white. Oh, and all the things I didn't say, there's wrecking balls inside my brain. Standing tall with all my faith, there's empty voices in my head, and they will always be around until I found the one again. Beautiful woman, sometimes we simply fall out. Beautiful woman, beautiful woman, tied to your love in the doubt. Beautiful woman, and all the things I didn't say, there's wrecking balls inside my brain. Standing tall with all my faith, there's empty voices in my head, and they will always be around until I found the one again. And all the things I didn't say, there's wrecking balls inside my brain. Standing tall with all my faith, there's empty voices in my head, and they will always be around until I found the one again. talking me down, beautiful woman. You try to tell me what's right, the road gets longer. You turn all grey into white. Oh, and all the things I didn't say, there's wrecking balls inside my brain. Standing tall with all my faith, there's empty voices in my head, and they will always be around until I found the one again. Beautiful woman, sometimes we simply fall out. Beautiful woman, beautiful woman, tied to your love in a doubt. Beautiful woman, and all the things I didn't say, there's wrecking balls inside my brain. Standing tall with all my faith, there's empty voices in my head, and they will always be around until I found the one again. And all the things I didn't say, there's wrecking balls inside my brain. Standing tall with all my faith, there's empty voices in my head, and they will always be around until I found the one again. Just the way you are, beautiful, beautiful woman. You're a beautiful woman. You're a beautiful woman. Standing underneath the lights, we look into each other's eyes. Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they hit the ground. I hear the sound of empty streets, and yesterday has gone to sleep. So all that's left is you and me. I can promise you're the only thing I see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me, and let our minds be caught up in a dream. Quiet voices in the night, and time is running out of sight. A lonely wind is passing by, tries to carry all the whispers that it finds. The walls are listening when we talk, making echoes as we walk. There's no one left but you and me. It's like a made-up place that only we can see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me. Let our minds be caught up in a dream. Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes. There's no one left but you and me. It's like a made-up place that only we can see. Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes. Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they hit the ground. I hear the sound of empty streets, and yesterday has gone to sleep. So all that's left is you and me. I can promise you're the only thing I see. I say, close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me, and let our minds be caught up in a dream. Quiet voices in the night, and time is running out of sight. A lonely wind is passing by, tries to carry all the whispers that it finds. The walls are listening when we talk, making echoes as we walk. There's no one left but you and me. It's like a made-up place that only we can see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me. Let our minds be caught up in a dream. Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes. There's no one left but you and me. It's like a made-up place that only we can see.
Jack of all trades, master of none. And if you said you know me, I'd be gone. I would play Prince Charming, I would sing you songs. But if you said you loved me, darn, so long. But now something has changed. It's like something inside has suddenly been rearranged. The only one who could ever play that part is the one who stole my heart. Was a hobo and a drifter, a lonely rolling myself on my own. With every next train coming, I'd go from town